but when with her sister like our exes, and one is Hi besties, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dajah Nicole, and I do book videos, lifestyle videos, routines, all of that on my channel, even though I have not been really like consistent lately, but that is going to change, and I actually really mean that for the month of February and going on. But in today's video, if you can tell by today's title, I will be picking out some prompts in my TBR jar to pick on what I'm going to read for the month of February. So it's about 6 days within the month of February, and I am planning to do a January wrap-up, but I'm going to do that around the end of this month so I can just combine January and February into one. I have seen videos like that, so just know there will be a January wrap-up, but I will put that wrap-up into this month wrap-up, so just stay tuned for that. But I will be picking out about 6 or 7 prompts out of this jar, and then after I pick the prompts out of this jar, I'm going to step out of the camera for a bit to get the books off of my TBR cart that I have that's like right here by my window, and pick those that I think will go very well with each prompt, and then that's it. So I hope I get some prompts that I haven't used before, because I did this last year around the same time for the month of February, but last year. But I want to do different prompts, and I just added some new prompts this morning. And the strange fact is that this video is also going to be posted today as well. So I'm recording and editing and posting in the same day, besties. So yeah. But if you have read any of the books that I will be choosing in this video, please let me know down in the comments down below, besties. You can follow all of my socials that will be in the description box down below. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just get into my February TBR. So let's do that. So yeah. Okay, besties. So like I said, I'm going to choose 7 books, even though it's already the 6th day of February, and February is a short month, but I feel like I actually will read a lot this month than last month. So let's pick our 7 prompts out of my TBR jar, and I do have a TikTok on me making this on my booktok, so I will have like all of that in the description box down below. But let's just pick out my prompts. I have like a little table next to me, so yeah. So I'm gonna pick them first, and then I'm going to open them after I pick all 7, and then I'm going to pick the book. So we're going to pick 7, open the 7s, and I will tell you where each 7 prompts are, and then I pick the books. So yeah. So let's pick 1. One flew out, but I just like put it back in. Let's pick 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm gonna open them and show y'all the prompts and tell y'all as well. So first one is on Kindle. So I don't know if I can see it, but it says on Kindle. So I will have to just pick a book that's on my Kindle and read that. So that's my first book. Second one is dark romance, which is good because then I can actually continue a series that's in the dark romance genre. So this one, the prompt is a book I have but will never read. So something that I got and I think I will never read, but I will have to read it because that's what the prompt says. So that's the third prompt. The fourth prompt is thriller. I don't know if I can see it, but it says thriller. The fifth prompt is middle of a series, which is good because I have 2 books that are middle of a series and I don't know which one I want to do, so I might actually read 8 books and 2 will be for this prompt. So yeah. A rom-com. I have some so that I think is rom-com. Hopefully it is, but I have a few. I think I read most of my rom-coms, not gonna lie, but I can check. If I don't have it, then I will switch this, but it says rom-com. And then a quick read is what this says. I don't know if I have a quick read, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go find books for each of these prompts, even the one on my Kindle, and then I dropped a prompt, and then I will come back and tell y'all what books that I am planning to read in the month of February. So yeah, give me like a few minutes, okay? Okay besties, I am back and I have all of my books here in my hand. It took me a while to actually find at least 1 or 2 because like I said, for like the middle of the series, it took me a while because I'm like in the middle of like 2 to 3 different series at the moment. And there's a reason why I chose this book and from this series than the other. But let's just get into all the books that I chose for each prompt. So for the first prompt, which is on Kindle, I have My Life with the Walter Boys. So this was on Kindle Unlimited and I want to read it. I have watched both seasons, so I'm going to read this book, which is on my Kindle. I'll probably read more books on my Kindle right after because I feel like Kindles, it'd be quick when you read them. But yeah, so that's what I have chose for on my Kindle, which is again My Life with the Walter Boys. And this is by Ali Novak. So My Life with the Walter Boys. So yeah. The next prompt and the book that I got for that. So the next prompt is a book I will Okay, so the next prompt is a book I have but would never read. So that's the prompt that I picked. And for that book, I have this like Christian romance book. I got this from like a small little store that sells like home baked goods, homemade candles, and they had blind dates with the book. And so this was the book that I got from the blind date of the book. So it's called Love Bears All Things. This is a Amish novel. This is by Beth Wiseman. So this is what it looks like. I wish I can like tell you what it says on the back, but it's kind of tore off, but I can kind of summarize it for you guys. So it's about a girl named Charlotte who needs to recover from her breakup from her boyfriend, who's named Ryan, but a surprise visitor showed up at her doorstep in Texas, which forces her to put aside her own worries to help her Amish friend. So she's just basically going through a breakup, but she has to go to Texas to help some friends of hers. And then the guy character is Daniel. He struggles each day in his Amish community to heal from his fiancée betrayal. When he discovered that a member of his family is in danger of being shunned, his pain turns to fear. His only way is to help by partnering with Charlotte, a woman he barely knows who has already deceived them before. So they're both gonna build a friendship while trying to see what's going on with someone that they both know. That's what I'm getting from it. But it is an Amish novel. Like I said, I got this from a store. I almost gave this away, but not gonna lie, I usually read books before I give them away. So yeah, so I'm so glad I actually made that prompt and picked that prompt, because I made that prompt today to add to my TBR jar, and I'm glad that I picked it because I probably will not read this book in a million years. So excuse me. Yeah, so the next prompt is middle of a series. So I could have picked 2, 3, 4 books. I could have picked Twisted Lies by Anna Wong. I could have picked the second book of the Once Upon a Time series, or I could have actually picked this book for that prompt, but I have picked King of Greed by Anna Huang. She's one of my favorite authors. So the reason why I picked this book is because I really wanted to finish the series before April, and I have a few months left. So my goal is to actually finish this book and start on the 4th book this month as well, if I can finish it quickly, and probably start Twisted Lies by the end of this month and maybe finish it this month. It is a thick book, but I would want to finish this book and read book 4 and then start book 5 next month. But this is the book I chosen for this. It's about a powerful, brilliant, and ambitious Dominic Davenport. He crawled his way from nothing to becoming the king of Wall Street. He has everything: a beautiful home, a beautiful wife, and more money he could spend in a lifetime. But no matter how much he accumulates, he's never satisfied. In his endless quest for more, he drives away the only person who saw him as enough. It is until she's gone that he realizes there may be more to life than riches and glory. But by then, it may be too late. Kind and intelligent and thoughtful Alejandra Davenport has played the role of a trophy wife for years. She stood by her husband while he built an empire, but now that they reached the top, she realized he's no longer the man she fell for. When it becomes clearer that she will always come second in his work, she finally takes charge of her life and put herself first, even if it means leaving the only man she ever loved. But what she didn't count on was his refusal to let go, or for him to fight for their marriage no matter what it takes. So I'm guessing this is like a second chance romance in a way, even though they're married, but she's planning to divorce him because he's all he cares about is his work and not her. That's the trope I'm getting from, besides billionaire romance. But this is the book that I picked for middle of the series. So the next prompt in the book that I chose for that is a quick read, and for that book is Twisted by Emily McIntyre. I really love her series. This is the 4th book of this series, of the Never and Never After series. So the reason why I picked this for a quick read, and I could have like picked any book, I really love her books, and I could actually have chosen this for dark romance too. Like I could have chosen this for middle of the series or dark romance, but I chose this for a quick read because I really love Emily McIntyre writing. I'm not a big huge like dark romance type of girl. Like I love lovey-dovey, I like pink and all of that and stuff. Like I love Anna Huang's books, like I just love that, but Emily McIntyre books I really love. So I have chose Twisted, which is the 4th book of the Never After series, and it's about a girl named Yasmin. I don't know why I say Yasmin, but her name is Yasmin, and she's the daughter of one of the richest man in the world, has never known strife. When her beloved father falls ill, she determined to make his final day his happiest, his last wish to see her married to a man of his choosing. Except Yasmin's heart already belongs to someone, a servant, a man her father would never consider worthy. So I'm guessing this is like a Jasmine type adaptation of Aladdin, if I'm guessing, because her name is Yasmin and rhymes with Jasmine, but y'all could let me know if I'm wrong. And she does have a dad who is older, and you know, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's a Aladdin adaptation, but in Princess Jasmine way, because these books are adaptations of like fairy tale characters. So yeah. So my next prompt is dark romance, and like I said, I could have chosen that book. I could have chosen Twisted for dark romance, but I chose that for my quick read. So sorry if I butchered the title, but for my dark romance I have chosen Fantasia, and I had this book since like 2024, so I am now getting to read this book almost 2 years later. But this is what I chose for my dark romance. I have heard so much like mixed reviews about this book, but mostly good reviews, and it's by Kaylee Smith. So this is the book that I'm going to read for my dark romance, and I'm gonna just summarize the synopsis for you guys. So it says, when Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inherited the family fearsome magic and enormous debt. Circumstances go from dire to deadly. However, when Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering the Phantasm, a competition where when contestants rarely escape alive, the victor is granted a single wish. The only way for Ophelia to save her sister is to win, but Phantasia is a cursed manor, full of twisted corridors and lavish ballrooms, staffed by enticing demons and fatal temperatures, and Ophelia must conquer all 9 floors to succeed. If her fears don't overtake her first. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims to help, Ophelia knows better than to trust him. But when with her sister life on the line, Ophelia can't afford to turn him away. She just needs to ignore the overwhelming dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together. Because in Pentamza, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. So this is what I chose for my dark romance. And like I said, I have heard mostly good reviews about this book, so I can't wait to read this book, besties. So we're almost done. So if you have seen like my TBR Jar video from last year, then you have seen this book was part of that. Last year I just never ever got to read it at all. Like I was planning to read it and I just never really read it. Like mid last year was not a good reading like era for me. So like I said, this is what I chose for my thriller last year and I never got to read it. And this is what I'm choosing for my thriller this year, and hopefully I will be getting to read it because I am like no choice, because I want to read a lot this year. My goal is going to be 100 and I'm not changing that from 100 to 50 like I always do. So we're going to read this book. But my next prompt and the book that I chose for it, so my next prompt is a thriller. And I don't really have a lot of thriller books, but my next book is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. So like I said, I was supposed to read this book last year. Never got to it, never really picked it up at all, and that's gonna change. But look how it's like a sprayed edge. Like I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like pink purplish. I like that. And my goal is going to read it. I am planning to I'm planning to read a lot this weekend, and then I'm planning to go out of town next week for my 3-month anniversary for my with my boyfriend. And I like reading on the way, so we either going to Nashville or Gallenberg. I don't know yet. But either way, I can read on the road if I don't feel like playing on my Switch. So yeah, but this is the book that I have chose for my thriller. And I'm not reading the synopsis because I read it last year. And to be honest, it's just basically how people went missing. They went camping and girls went missing, and they basically want to know what happened to them. So that's what basically is the summary of that book. Now, I don't have a lot of this prompt, and I don't know why I did this prompt. I really wanted to pick from a Black author, especially that it's Black History Month, but that could change because like I said, I'm planning to do a lot of reading. Just because I am reading all of these, like I picked these books, doesn't mean I might read more books after I go through the list, you know? So I am going to I picked rom-com, and it was hard for me to read it, like not read this book I should say, but find a book. That's the phrase, find a book for this, because I don't have a lot of rom-coms, or if I have rom-coms, it's because I have already read them and I'm not ready to reread books at the moment unless I pick that prompt out, because I have a prompt that says reread a favorite book on mine, but I didn't pick that prompt out. So when I was picking this book and looking for a book, I didn't have a lot of options. And I fucking hated that. So, the prompt is rom-com. For that prompt, I chose, I should say, Never Over by Claire Gilmore. So this is what the cover looks like. Basically, it's about two people who are exes, and one is supposed to perform. She's an artist, she's a singer. Like, I have read the synopsis, and they haven't been in contact for 4 years, and after that 4 years, that's when they like ran into each other, and they try not to fall in love with each other again, but they do. And the reason why I chose that for a rom-com, because I don't know, I think of a lot of comedy rom-com movies that can have that plot, so that's why I chose this book as my rom-com. So yeah, but let me just grab all the books and then we're gonna close on this video, besties. Okay, besties, so here are all the books that I will be reading for the month of February, for this month, and plus more, because I want to get through this TBR, and I'm going to get through this TBR no matter what. But if you have read any of the books that I have chose for each prompt, please let me know down in the comments down below, and your opinions. Even though I'm gonna say this, please, like, as a reader girly, as a book girly who loves to read, just because I like a book, you probably don't like a book. And how with me, I don't like I will look at the reviews on like Goodreads, but I'll still read the book. I won't like put it down, be like, oh, it's horrible, so I'm not gonna read the books, you know. I'm not gonna read the book, or I'm not gonna read the series. Like, I hate when people like don't want to read a book because so and so said so, you know. So I am reading these books. I just realized I could have chosen another book as a rom-com because it's on my little like shelf underneath my TV, but I'll probably also read that this month because it's giving me Valentine vibes, pink cover and all. But yeah, but besties, I really hope that you liked today's video, besties. If you have read any of these books, like I said, please let me know down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have made it this far into the video, please comment a teddy bear emoji, one of my favorite emojis, knowing that you're a real one who watched through the end of the video. And I'll see y'all in next video, which will probably be on Monday because I'm now posting on Fridays and Mondays and Fridays and Sundays. So just letting y'all know, I have to post this video later today. Today's Friday. And I'm posting this Friday, today, as in February 6th. But hey, I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, you know? But I'll see y'all next video, and remember to always go after your goals no matter what. And if you have any book recommendations, please let me know down in the comments down below. I really want to know. But I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.